also be of that mind. I know a number of people of frugal speech, and I don't like them. This is Emily Dickinson's 8 lines, and I then read my own version, which is not a translation in Irish, called Fargan Fuckle. I fear a man of frugal speech, I fear a silent man. Her anger I can overtake, or babbler entertain. But he who weigheth while the rest expend their furthest pound, of this man I am wary, I fear that he is grand. That's Emily Dickinson. And this is my little homage to Emily Dickinson, Oscar. Fargan Fuckle. Ní mian fargan fuckle, ní mian sprún na hór. Comadan súil cuile rud, ní héan riamh ar fóir. Ní mian fargan fuckle, I gcónaí I bhlach, a thuaile nós riamharí is fúileam an bacach. Thanks very much. I spend a lot of time in pubs, listening to people, singing, talking, drinking, and I was in the Listowel Arms Hotel some time ago, and I noticed this fellow with a Stetson happening, and he was talking a bit loud, but that's all he was doing. He wasn't insulting anybody or upsetting anybody, but the manager of the bar came in to the barmaid and told the barmaid to get rid of your man. He hadn't the guts to do it himself. So he got the barmaid to do it, and it just strikes me like the absolute power that bar people, particularly barmaids, have. You can get the biggest bollocks in the bar, and he'll walk out a small boy if he's barred, and he'll stay out. And this is the maid behind the bar, in English, and then I'll read a version in Irish. I'm sorry I can't serve you, hits him like a smack. He wants another whiskey, he's completely taken aback. You mean you're not serving me? I'm sorry, the reply. She empties, wipes his ashtray. This Stetson mustache guy takes his money from the counter, no questioning her rule. All he's done is boast a bit, gets down from his stool. The kind of guy who'd hit you if you crossed him on the street, leaves the bar this instant, admitting his defeat. God, the power of barmaids. They make small boys of men. The louder they are, the smaller, and they'll come back again. In a week, a month, a season, to be forgiven and served again. God, the power of barmaids, they make small boys of men. And Oscar a version, which again isn't the translation as such, but it's close enough, is Banalana, which means the woman who serves the porter. Ní bhaid tú brain eile, an gluiseann sé gart. Tá piúnta porter eile uig don tat. An álaigh do bhfuil an bar áilte, rónor me bhícear sí. Lánan sí an luthar adáin is a míon fearmór dí, nach bhfuil dóthan istigige. Tá da dhéon sé anyway, ní raibh sí ach ag muomhás héin faoin na héal America. An sórt a thuaireach súntaigh dá niúl tófáil dó sa tráid. Tógann sí an brise is téan amach ar braid. Christ an cócht ag ganma seo. Is líon sí gá tuc. Is tuigh siad ar as a ríis, cén fág a deagan, deoch. Tagann siad ar as a ríis, faoistain is iad ag ól. Christ an cócht ag banma seo, páis íon fir os a cóir. This one, I've always been fascinated by the romantic poets, and John Keats in particular sometimes does it for me, and one of the poems it does is La Belle Dame sans Merci. And I was looking and observing at lads that I know in the bars in North Kerry and West Limerick, and I saw this perfect knight, haggard and woebegone. And I checked out what his story was, and I wrote this, and I called it La Belle Dame sans Merci. I haven't published it in English because of the fears of libel, because nobody reads Irish anyway, so I can get away with it now. La Belle Dame sans Merci. He drinks all night in Kincaid's bar, his eyes as white as fear, and never talks and never smiles. He's doomed to live that year. He met her first in Kincaid's bar and loved her for a price. Now all he's left is Kincaid's bar and porter, cold as ice. For porter's black, oh, his desire, and porter has its price. And once you wet, you can't forget, a thirst that's cold as ice. She takes him to her grotty bed, a year is him in thrall, then plies her charms in other arms, alone with alcohol. As morning dawns, the village yawns, he searches for a pliers. He takes the plug, the electric plug, and strips the electric wires. He wraps the wires around his wrist so death do not refuse, and plugs into the socket, but only blows the fuse. Denied by death, unloved by life, his eyes as white as fear, he never talks and never smiles. He's doomed to live that year, for love is black, oh as desire, and love must have its price. And once you wet, you can't forget a love that's cold as ice. Thank you very much.